Hey everybody, back again for plant sessions. Hello, beautiful succulents. These are my friends for the video tutorial today. My name is Kristen. I am one of the co-founders of Tula, and we're going to talk about grafting today. What is grafting? Grafting is basically the fusion of two plants into one Frankenstein plant. Grafting is super fun and can be super addictive. And there's lots of videos out there about grafting that I definitely encourage you to watch, which might shame my grafting video, but I do my best. And there are some pretty amazing plants out there that have been grafted and grown into just these beautiful forms of living art. So check them out if you're curious. Just a little bit about grafting, why we graft in decorative horticulture, which is us. There are reasons that agriculture grafts that I will not get into because I'm not an expert on it, but for many reasons, farmers and tree farmers and vineyards graft. But what we're going to be doing today is grafting a cactus. And we're going to be grafting a slow-growing cactus onto a fast-growing cactus. So the reason that I want to graft today is because it's fun, but also because this little gymnocalcium is taking forever to grow. So I'd love to expedite its growth. Also, what I found when I unpotted this guy is that it's got some damage on the bottom. So in this graft, because this is just going to be done in one take, I'm hoping that a part of this gymnocalcium is salvageable. Now we'll just have to see, because we won't know until we slice into it how far this damage has traveled. If the core of this cactus is no good and it's rotting, then we can't use it. So we'll see. You're in it with me. And we're going to be using this Poloskia chichipe for our root stock. So let's back up a second. Definitions here. A root stock is what we use as the base for the graft. So the gymnocalcium will eventually be fused onto this rootstock, this Poloskia cactus. Poloskia, you often see for cacti Myrtillocactus geometricans used as a rootstock because it's really fast growing. But I'm going to use Poloskia today because that's what I have. So it's not necessarily as fast as a Myrtillocactus, but it's much faster than a gymnocalcium. So why not? Also, when you graft, you usually want to graft in the springtime if you're in a place like the Northeast where we have these seasons. And the reason is because you really want to graft when new cells are pushing out new growth on the top of your root stock. So you wouldn't necessarily graft a really old corked cactus like this beauty that's sitting behind us. So this guy is like hardened and corked at the base. We would never, cut this guy. Obviously, we wouldn't, because it's gorgeous. Because the cells aren't new here. They're not young. They're old. They're basically dead. So we would want to take from the top instead. We'd want to take from this beautiful top up here, and then you would be grafting a scion onto the top of this root stock. Same thing over here. And new growth, you'll always know what new growth is because it's a different kind of color. It can be a little bit softer, not as hard as your stalk. Like this up here is a little bit softer and has a little bit more give to it than lower down, closer to the base of the plant. So I don't necessarily see new growth coming from this Poloskia, but I know it's only a matter of time since it is almost April. So this is a great time to be grafting. So what do we need to graft? We need a rootstock, we need a root scion. We need a very sharp knife. This isn't as sharp as it should be, but it's sharp enough, and sharp is what I'm comfortable with. And another knife just in case. And we need tape or rubber band, but I'm gonna use tape. And we use a tape in order to apply pressure from the top on the scion down to the stock. So we can push in to help that fuse be tighter and stronger. Okay, so I am gonna start. Oh, and we also need disinfectant. You need to make sure that your cutting tools and your surface are clean, which mine already are, so I'm not gonna clean on camera. Okay, so to start, I have this unrooted right now because I do want to cut this on the table like a cucumber, but I want to show you, I'm going to be cutting here and I'm going to slice, but I'm going to do it on the table so I can have a cleaner cut. See that? Let's push this down a little bit. Okay. So let's take from the top. Hopefully we get a clean cut. Beautiful. That is a beautiful core. No browning, it's white. And so you see here, do you see that circle right in the center? The scion is gonna have the same thing. And our goal is to align the circle, the inner core circle of the scion to the inner core circle of the rootstock. That is how we're gonna have a successful graft. Now, you know, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, but then your graft might not be as strong. And there's a lot of reasons that a graft could go wrong. That is one of them, that you don't actually align the cores and they can't fuse. So I'm gonna plant this guy back into its pot real quick before we cut into that scion and hope that it's not rotted. Also a reason, you know, I would have done that anyway with the gymnocalcium to try to save it. Cutting it like that. Okay, now back to our rootstock though. Before we cut our scion, what you want to do with your stalk is you want to take away the sides. This just helps. Oof, see, that's not the cleanest. Oh well. All you grafting experts out there are gonna be like, oh my God, that's way too much. But I told you I wasn't an expert. I just like doing it. All right, so this is giving me a really beautiful platform, and for our scion to sit on. Okay, so we do that in order to give the scion a cleaner platform to sit. And before I put the scion on, I'm going to cut this top away again in an effort to be as clean as possible, because you don't want any bacteria sitting on the top of the scion. All right, so let's see what's going on in here. I don't know. All right, where is the rotted part? Okay, there's the rotted part. Beautiful. It's okay. It is okay. All right, we gotta move fast. So, boom, clean. I'm gonna take another layer off of here, a thin one. And I'm gonna place this, it's not what you want to happen. Okay. We'll see what happens. There we go. The hat is sitting on the little man and it's a little lopsided. So my graftings are definitely Frankenstein, but again, they're fun. All right, I'm gonna tape this now to apply pressure to the fuse. And before I do that though, this gymnocalcium is pushing out a new bud. Oh, you can't really see it, but maybe we'll have a graft with a bloom. Only time will tell. All right. So after we do this, I hope I don't stop this flower from coming out. I'm gonna. All right, maybe I could use, this is when you would want a rubber band versus tape. One, two. All right, pressure is applied. And there we go. We now just have to wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait probably a week or two before I remove the tape, in hopes that it has successfully fused. And I'm not going to put it into direct sun. I'm gonna keep it in away from the windowsill in a cool, dry place that has really good air circulation. And then we'll see. So maybe we'll do a follow-up to see what happened. But that is grafting, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and see you later. Okay, bye-bye.